welcome to my channel. My name is Astrid. I do travel and fashion videos every week, and this week we're having a story time kind of story. Anyways, kind of video. Anyways, so I really wanted to share that with you because I've been watching a lot of TEDx speech lately, and that really inspired me to tell my story because I think other people's stories are so inspiring. Why wouldn't I share mine? So this story is all about not believing certain people and really believing in yourself, because sometimes it's just hard. And yeah, anyways, let's go on to the video. First of all, little context there. Okay, I was in my second year of university. I really didn't like too much the people at my university back then, and it's a kind of university in France where you have 2 years of university and then you have to find a second university to carry on with your studies. Basically, there was this teacher who's in charge of orientation and telling us where we should go and where we should not go and everything. He didn't really like me because there wasn't a feeling, first of all. Like, we didn't like each other before that, like, not really. Also, he told us to not go on an Erasmus because he thought that most people who would go on Erasmus would fail the orientation afterwards. And to get into good business school, he did this sort of prep class, and it was 1 hour a week. And there's schools that prepare you to go into this private business school for a year and a half straight, like you're training hardcore. And I was thinking, there's no way that I'm gonna like catch up on these people in like 1 hour a week. So I decided that instead of working hardcore on my grades and on my writing exam, I would work on and sell my experience that I had so far. Mind you, I already spoke 3 languages and I had traveled and everything, so I had good confidence that that could work. It's not just something I thought out of nowhere. So anyways, now comes the time before the Erasmus where I was trying to get information about the different business school, and one of my friends recommended the business school that I am in right now, that's called Schema. And the thing is, like, for our level of studies, Schema is the second best business school we could ever get, and that's really the one I wanted, simply because they're really international and that's really important to me. So I really wanted that school, and it had the reputation to get hard to get in when you're at our study level, because other people get in easier, but they're in a higher university level. So I went up to this teacher who was in charge of orientation, and I told him, listen, I would love to do this business school. Can I have any advice? Can you help me? Tell me like things that could help me out. Turns out this guy was like, well, Astrid, you didn't go to the class, you don't have grades that are high enough, you're going on Erasmus, and I don't think that what you've done in life is interesting enough for you to get in there. So if I were you, I wouldn't even pay the fee, pay the test fees. I wouldn't do any of that. I would just leave it and try schools that are under the level of that, because this level is way too high for you, and you're just wasting your money by trying to get into the school, because the exam to get in the school you have to pay for them, and I would have to pay for the trip there anyways. So anyway, this guy tells me, you have absolutely no chance, let it go, you're just wasting your money, that's the way it is. And then I talked to other teachers, and a lot of them had the same opinions, that they were like, leave it, you're going to Erasmus, your grades are not high enough, no way you're making it into that school, just forget about it, move on, find a school that's like more down in the ranking, because there's no way you're making this. So I had that in my head, and I went to Erasmus, and what happened is that I met you know how I love my Erasmus friend, they're everything to me. And I told Anwar and Elska and Ray, all of my best friends there, I was like, hey, there's this business school I really want to go in, it's called Schema. But you know what, my teachers told me I would never make it into there, so I'm not gonna even try, because they're probably right, they know the system better than I do. So they're telling me don't go there, I won't go there, they're probably right. And Ray was like, you're so dumb, like, if you don't try, you'll never get in, and just like believe in yourself, and we're here to support you. If you need to go there, just go. So So I thought about it and I decided to sign up for the exam anyways. And so I went to the written exam and I was very stressed, and I passed the written exam, and I had results that were not really good, but they're not really bad. So they were like average. Anyways, and then I got the results that I was qualified to go to the oral testing, and I was really scared about that because everyone who hadn't gone to Erasmus, or the one that stayed in France of my university, they got the training, like the semester that I missed is the training semester for the school, and I was thinking, whoa, I didn't think this through. Now I'm gonna have to really be in competition with all these people that have preparation when I don't have any. So I contacted a guy from my university, and his ranking on the university was he was 9th or 10th on the university, and I was 69th. So he talked to me, he's like, hey, that's some of the tips you could have if it helps you out at all. But I'll be honest with you, you're 69th, and the one last year who got into that university, he was number 7. So there's no chance for you, like, you're too far up the rankings. I don't want to put your hopes down, but just realize this might be impossible. So I just thought, whatever, I'm in it anyway, so let's go full on. So the week before the oral exam, I realized I'm gonna have to come and dress as a business person, and of course in Erasmus I did not had a thought of that, and I didn't have anything that was business like. So I told that to the girls of the Erasmus, and Lily gave me her t-shirt, Elska gave me a blazer. All the girls like kind of gathered things for me to look like put together. And the only problem is I only had jeans that fitted me, and I only had trainers. So I went there with like top business and down casual, which is kind of weird, but okay. So I traveled through France, I traveled through Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, and France to go to this exam. And this exam is in 3 steps. There's English, there's German, and there's motivation. So first I came in the exam place, and everyone was so well put together, and I looked at myself and like, this is never ever gonna work. I'm not appropriately dressed at all. So anyways, I decided to go anyways. I called, I think, with Polymil, so that he would talk to me in English before the English exam. So I came in, I was full prepared. I told them I did what I could. Then I had the German exam, and for that I called Elska, so she would speak to me in German, and then I would have my brain set in German. But then came the one that's really scary, is the motivation exam, because that's where they ask you the weird, tricky questions, like HR weird questions. So that came along, and I was really stressed, because I was trying to talk to everyone who was taking the exam in same time as me, and some people are like, oh, are you trying any other business school? Like, no, I'm only trying this one because that's the one I know I want, and I don't want any other one. And they're like, whoa, that's really risky. Like, you only try one, you didn't get prepared, and you're not dressed well. Like, what the hell? And I was getting really scared because a lot of people were just telling me like, what the hell are you doing, girl? Like, you're screwing this up. So I was getting a little scared, but I thought, hey, just to make the Erasmus proud, I'll go and get through it. So my amazing friend Ray called me before the motivation exam, and he was like, you go girl, you can do this. He didn't say you go girl, but he was like, you can do this, you're amazing, we believe in you, you can do this, you're gonna rock this exam. Like, he was like my coach kind of, and it was so good to have him on the phone say things like that. So, however, the people who told me I wasn't ready were right, and I came in this place and I was not ready whatsoever. So they asked me all the trick questions, and I fell in each and every one of them. When they asked me how many university are you trying, like private university are you trying, I was like, only one. And they were like, why? And I was like, oh, because I don't like the private system. And they're like, what the hell? And I was like, and I had to find a way out of that. And then she asked me, what do you want to work? And I was like, well, I would like to work in fashion. And she's like, you come dressed like that, but you want to work in fashion? Like, what? And so I just had to be honest with them and like, hey guys, this is my story, this is how I arrived here. I really want this school, but like I never thought I would be able to have it. What I'm wearing right now is what my Erasmus crewmate gave me because they believe in me, and that's why I'm here. And I told them about my Erasmus experience, I told them about everything, and I was just blunt and honest. And you know what? At this exam, I got 20 out of 20. And I was I got the letter, well, they send you an email to say if you get it, and when I got the email, I ran into the university because I wanted to open the email with my friends. And it said that I got in. I got in. And I was so happy. I was really, really happy. And the guy who was supposed to be the only one who had a chance to get in had the ranking 121. And I, who had no chance to get in, my ranking was 14. Knowing that one is the highest, just in case. So yeah, and you know, 2 lessons I want to get you to get out of my story is, first of all, because people don't think you're gonna make it, it doesn't mean you're gonna make it. At my school, if I had listened to the tutor, if I had to listen to the teacher, if I had to listen to my fellow pupils, I would never be where I am. I would never have studied in the US. I would never be doing it here, working in Berlin. I wouldn't have met all the amazing people I met in this university. And that's just because I thought, just because I give it a shot, and it's not that complicated. So really, no matter who tells you there's no way you're gonna make it, and you haven't given it a try yet, give it a try, please, please, please. You don't know what's gonna happen. Even if all the odds are against you, you don't know what's gonna happen. All the odds were against me, and I got in anyways. And also, second thing, believe people who believe in you and not in your goal. My problem was that my teachers and my fellow students, they knew that my goal, which was Schema Business School, was high. And that's what they admired. The good thing with my Erasmus mate, they didn't give a crap about Schema Business School ranking. They believed in me, they believed in my potential, and they supported me instead of admiring the goal. So find friends who help you out for you and not just help you out for what your goal is. And was everyone happy that I got this, that I went in this school? No. I got Facebook messages of former students who were like, well, I had a better ranking than you, and I did that, and you got in and I didn't, that's so unfair. The teacher kicked me out of the ranking. Maybe they've changed that, but for a while they had pushed me off the ranking because we were 3 people to have made it into the university, and officially they said only 2 did. So my teacher wasn't happy about it, my fellow students weren't happy about it, but you know what? That's their problem, not mine. I got what I wanted, I am where I wanted, and that's thanks to having great people who made me realize that if I didn't give it a shot, I couldn't know whether it was okay for me or not. So please, I know I've said it and I'm gonna say it again, give it a try. Maybe you'll fail, so what? But you won't succeed if you don't try. So that was my story time. I hope you liked it. If you could give a thumbs up, subscribe, and comments to, I would like to know what you guys think of that. Yeah. And let me know if you want to hear more stuff like that. And if you have anything you want to do and you're scared of doing it, hit me up. I would love to talk to you about this. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Until then, have fun. Bye. And yeah. So that was my story time. I hope you liked it. If you give this some thumbs.